Welcome to Beautiful People, a podcast that raises awareness on international beauty standards in hopes of connecting people by exposing the prevalent pretty privilege in societies around the world. My name is Julia Song, an undergraduate student majoring in health science at Boston University, and I will be your host today. As an avid consumer of Korean media such as TV shows, movies, and K-pop, I frequently notice discrepancies between the opinions of Western fans and Korean fans on the physical attractiveness of Korean celebrities. This piqued my interest and I wanted to know more about the beauty standards in South Korea. Upon doing more research, I came to find out about the deep history of plastic surgery in South Korea and how the competitive and conformist culture is what crowned South Korea the title of the plastic surgery capital of the world. Whether you have ever felt self-conscious about your physical appearance or know someone who wishes to improve one aspect of their look, chances are plastic surgery has been seen as an option to remedy those concerns. Over the years, plastic surgery has become more normalized, especially with the younger generations who have grown up with appearance-focused social media platforms. Viral before and after pictures of plastic surgery gained traction online, providing free publicity and advertisement to the immense number of people reached. Oftentimes, people who travel to South Korea to undergo plastic surgery are looking for the same procedures, a rhinoplasty or blepharoplasty, in hopes of reproducing the exemplary faces they constantly see. Now attached to the beauty standards are the faces of famous idols, whom avid consumers of Korean pop culture admire and strive to look like. I will now interview two Korean undergraduate students here at Boston University about their knowledge on plastic surgery in South Korea and their own thoughts and experiences. Please welcome Caitlin and June.
Hi, my name is Caitlin. I am a PR major with a minor in data science currently. I'm in the class of 2026 and I am Korean American.
My name is Minchun Kim and I'm a freshman in CGS currently, but I'm planning to major psych and minor in social science. And I am Korean, international student.
When I say that people want the Korean look, what facial features come to mind?
I'd say big eyes, small, like a V-line jaw, pale skin, high nose bridge, small but plump lips.
Skinny but kind of buff. You need to have like a little bit of muscle. You definitely gotta look pale. Double eyelids, basically. Tall nose, V-line jaw.
When you lived in Korea, did you know anyone that got plastic surgery? And when they got it, did they tell anyone?
A lot of my friends got plastic surgery, and they kind of like openly kind of told me, but they wouldn't really go out their way to tell the public that they got surgery. So one of the girls got jawline surgery and nose and eyes, and they also got Botox also. But for guys, it's usually just like nose and eyes.
Do you know the reasons for why they got plastic surgery?
To be honest, like a beauty standard itself, like you showing that you take care of yourself and having that kind of like good looks kind of adds on to when it comes to like getting a job and things like that.
So would you say it was their own choice, or like did like society kind of influence them?
To be honest, like it's kind of their own choice mixed with society's choice, but then mostly their own choice because they would want to look good.
Like my mom did. When she was like 13, my grandma was like, you need double eyelids. So then her and her sister both got it done. And it was very common, especially her generation, to get them done just because I think for her and for my aunt, it was more peer pressure and that you weren't beautiful without it, especially that generation where it was very much like monolids were not acceptable in that time. I have some friends who, before college, they got something done. So I have a friend who got a rhinoplasty. She got it, she said, for herself. But I think also to fit more in with the beauty standard, especially right before she was going to college in Korea. And so, yeah.
Have you guys ever considered getting plastic surgery? Like, have you thought about it? But like, if you did want it, like what were the reasons? But if you didn't, what were the reasons of not getting it?
So actually I kind of did get one because my nose bone was kind of like collapsed because of the injuries and everything. So I had reconstruction surgery, but like it wasn't really for looks. It was just kind of to reconstruct my broken nose.
I think younger me did think about it. I mean, it's hard not to. I think especially when you're younger, you're more influenced by just media and what you watched, and especially since I lived in Asia for a bit, or actually for a while, and most of my friends were Korean. It was very, you compare yourself to celebrity. But I think now that I'm more confident in myself and I've matured, I personally wouldn't want to get anything, currently at least, just because I'm happy with the way I look, and I would only get it if it was something really just for me.
Do you think physical attractiveness like gives you an edge over others in terms of job like prosperity and like sociability?
I mean, I guess yeah, because if you were able to work basically same amount in the same time, I guess looks would be a little bit more advantageous, because the work that I did during my gap semester was teaching and just like thinking that we're both like similar level teachers with similar level like experience, I would say better looking teachers would give a little bit more edge, because kids don't really have a filter, and they would prefer like better looking teachers.
I'd say, sadly, yeah. I think this world goes a lot by like first impressions, and a lot of times your first impressions is your looks. And so I do think it does give you an edge in certain ways. Especially, I know, like in Korea, you have to have your a picture of yourself attached to your resume.
Why do you guys think that a lot of tourists go to South Korea for like their plastic surgery procedures? Like, is it mostly just based on the price, or is it like the skill of the doctors there, or like what do you know about like the medical aspect?
Most definitely skill, because I know plastic surgeons, like a lot of famous plastic surgeons myself. Like my family is pretty close to a couple of the surgeons, and they go through like a lot of extensive like training and everything. So I could definitely see the kind of level difference between other countries, like plastic surgeons and everything.
Korea is known to be cheaper than the U.S., especially if you're comparing to the U.S. right now. I know multiple people who've gotten their surgery redone in Korea because it was cheaper and they did a better job. It looked more natural when they did it in Korea.
From Caitlin and June's interview, you received primary accounts from South Koreans. Plastic surgery has had both positive and negative effects on South Korea. On one hand, it has become a booming industry that generates billions of dollars in revenue and has contributed to the country's economic growth. Plastic surgery has also allowed many Koreans to improve their physical appearance and boost their self-esteem, leading to greater social acceptance and success. On the other hand, the obsession with plastic surgery has led to a culture of unrealistic beauty standards and body shaming, particularly towards women. The pressure to conform to these standards has also led to a rise in mental health issues, as well as a growing concern over the safety and ethical implications of cosmetic procedures. It is important to be aware of how much societies have allowed physical attractiveness to be such a big factor affecting everyday life, and to treat people with kindness regardless of their background or appearance. Thank you for listening.